Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How is everyone doing? We're going to talk about kids in cages. Um, it is amazing and really disturbing what's going on at our US Mexico land border. There are thousands of migrant children detained as more continue to arrive in the US. In the last week alone, 10,000 migrant children arrived at our borders. By the way, my name is Attorney Diani Winter Funde. I'm the founder and CEO of the Immigration Law Academy. And today on Clubhouse, we're going to be talking about children in cages. If you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, we're going to encourage you to do so, and also find us on Facebook under Winter Law Practice. But here on YouTube, you can find us under the Winter Immigration Law Academy. Like and subscribe. So today in Clubhouse, where we meet every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m., we're going to talk about the crisis at the border. Like I mentioned, over 10,000 children arrived at our border last week. Thousands continue to come. And when we talk about children in cages, we're talking about the detention and the criminalization of these actions. If you think about it, these children are arriving in the United States. Most are coming in from Central America, right? They have made this long journey. Most are unaccompanied. So we haven't even started to discuss human trafficking or any kind of child abuse that's happening along this way. And that is why I think it is important in the Academy that we continue to talk about what's going on at the border. But 10,000 children arrived last week. Most are unaccompanied. A lot of them are being turned back by US authorities. They're either waiting in Mexico or they're being turned back because of emergency public health. Remember, this was invoked under the former administration right at the start of the coronavirus pandemic. What we have seen with the current administration is that President Biden, he's not refusing entry to minors. So that has resulted in more and more children coming to our borders. So this is something we're going to be discussing today. We're going to be joined by Hope Fry and a couple of other attorneys. Some do the immigration representation on the state side, while Hope is more of an advocate on the front end. And, you know, I'm quoting from a New York Times article written by Miriam Jordan, and she stated, it seems this administration cannot think their way through a new way to handle the situation. And she was quoting Joshua Rubin, who is an activist with Witness at the Border. So a lot of social issues are being addressed as we talk about the children that are coming to the border. There's some critics of the policies of President Biden. They're saying, look, these are what is leading to the onslaught to all these children coming to the border. We're going to discuss these in the Academy at 11, so you should join us on Clubhouse. Certainly, I can tell you it's heartbreaking when I look at the pictures or the videos. For one, we know these are like baby jails. They are baby jails. The children are detained. They're in custody, albeit by Custom and Border Patrol. They are in physical custody. Under the law, they're supposed to be held for 72 hours. We know some children are there as much as 10 days, right? They can be released to a family member. Most are still there. And in one of the discussions we had with Hope Fry, she kind of walked us through a day in the life of these children. They wake up at 6:30. They'll get a 5-minute bathroom break, breakfast by 6:45. And then there's something called school. So they do get a little bit of school. And then we know that 2 hours out of the day, they have what Hope Fry refers to as large muscle activity. There are talks of opening additional centers, additional shelters for these children. We're going to find out today if those shelters were reopened, and if so, what's going on at the shelters. Another neat thing that we're going to discuss today is immigration options for these children. And we're going to have an attorney out of Boston who does a lot of these cases representing children in the immigration field. And she's going to add tying the bow on this discussion on what can we do and what's next. But make sure you're following us on Clubhouse. The Immigration Academy is in full swing. We started our first cohort where we train attorneys to kind of blow up and put their immigration practices back together. And we started our first cohort. They're graduating this weekend. And we have our second cohort, which is going into their third week. And then we'll start another cohort on April 3rd. So there's a lot going on in the Academy. I wanted to pop in before we start our discussion. 11 a.m., we're starting our discussion on Clubhouse. All right, subscribe, share these videos, and we'll see you at 11 a.m. on Clubhouse. Until next time, walk good.